Hello, Miss Saiko.
Hello. Alan, you know how Miss Saiko always follows very close all sorts of artists that are like famous or not famous, doesn't matter. Well, there's like two, three, four maximum artists that I follow very, very close, like literally like a stalker every step of the way. And one of them is this girl that you have on the screen that it's so outstandingly beautiful that I can't even say her name and I will let her say her name.
Hello. Hello, Val. Hello, Alan.
Hey, this is
Hello.
Mia, the upcoming legend of music. So you are talking to a lady that speaks five languages, just like Angelina Jordan. Portuguese, Romanian, French, English, yeah, and Russian. And she's born in Moldova, but she grew up in Portugal, but then she moved to Belgium. So it's a lot of her background. It's a lot of strength and overcoming all sorts of cultural differences all the time. You have somebody that's a model, a singer on Mia Moisa, because she also has her own channel, but she dropped that for a little bit, and then in a rock band now. So you have a lot of colors to that girl.
I'm honored to have you on this video, Mia. Thank you for coming and thank you
Thank
for
you for
joining us.
having me. Nice to
Hello,
meet you.
Mia. So, where did you two meet?
The Voice Romania, and I mean we were roommates.
And Miss Saiko, you performed Blue, didn't you?
Yeah.
I can remember standing just for one day.
So, Mia, you have a very interesting life and a very interesting career. Although you're originally from Moldova, you're now based in Belgium, and you are both a model and,
I
am I
think
allowed to say
so.
you are also a rock star? You even have your own band.
That's how I present myself lately as a rock musician and yes, as a model as well. It's been a tough road though. We are now launching our project this year, so it's quite fresh for us. No, we do it independently because here in Belgium it's quite tough for rock bands. We don't have a lot of opportunities or media interested in putting us up front, so we mostly do everything by ourselves. We have some family members that help us.
If you could, would you sign to a record label, or are there more disadvantages than not?
I would, but only if it was Sony music. I don't know, I've been like lately making some research about labels and which bands work with which labels. And some band that I really appreciate a lot is Maneskin, and they work with different labels that are linked to Sony Music. So, and some other like good bands work with them, and I think they have a pretty good intern workflow. So I think that will be something that could advantage us.
Because the music industry is very, very complicated, and there are all sorts of pitfalls and behind the scenes things that go on which no one has any idea about. Now, in the last week or two, I have been addicted to a song called Sing Alone. And I have listened to it 20 or 30 times, and it is extremely catchy. The more I hear it, the more it grows on me. And you really shine as a rock star in this song. And I said to you, who taught you to sing like that? And who taught you to dance like that? And you gave me a wonderful answer. You said, I did not need anyone to teach me to sing and dance. This is just au
Exactly.
naturel. This is just who I am and how I am. But I have another question for you. Did you write the song?
Yes, all the project it's written and composed by me. We surely do the composition as well with the band because I want each one to feel like they own their own parties. But yeah, mostly it's always like what I feel like it should be.
Wow. Okay, so you 100% wrote the lyrics, correct?
Exactly.
And did you also contribute to the music, or the band did the music?
We do it a lot together, but like we have a weird way of working out our songs. Before having the original song done, we do a pre-registration. So each member does his own part, and then we listen all together and we say, oh, here the story it's not flowing. So we have this like deep internal analysis towards each instrument. We listen like solo and we say, oh, here you are telling something that doesn't match the energy of the song. So we always build up together everything to keep this energy and the story.
Okay. I don't know how it is with young people. I don't know if when you're 20 or 30 years old, you hear a song and you hear every word. But I could not understand your words when you were singing the song until I saw the lyrics. So now when we listen to the song, I will put the lyrics because there may be other people over the age of 40, which must seem like dinosaurs to you two, uh, who will not be able to hear the words clearly. But the words, as you say, they are very explicit and they are very strong. And you have such stylization. The way you sing is so stylized. So let us hear what I have been addicted to, okay?
Okay.
In this materialistic space, and time means nothing when I stay, when I stay. I play while the time flies, I work while he ignores that I have spent so much time burning my life. And now I sing alone. Oh, now I sing alone. Now I sing alone. As I'm the bad guy for deciding to do something all for myself. Fingers pointing, they criticizing who I am, oh who I am. The truth is, they never believed in themselves. So now I sing alone. Oh, now I sing alone.
I cannot keep still when I hear that song. My toes are tapping and I'm just bopping up and down. It's the rhythm and it's just, for me, it's like pure rock and roll, but it takes me back. I think I read somewhere that you go back to the 80s and 90s with your influence, that that's the era that you go back to.
It is, but it's unconscious. Like I always told when I met the boys from the band, because like they are 50 and 47. It's my bass player and the drummer. And I always told them at the beginning, like I feel like I've lived there. I don't know what it was. I've never heard the music back then. My parents never heard to rock. But I always felt like I know what it was like, and I felt, and instinctively I tend to do those kind of vintage moods. So
Yeah.
I really feel the nostalgia.
That's really interesting because I'm very much aware of how music changes, not just from one generation to another, but like from one decade to another. The music is so sensitive to different fashions coming along, and you can hear a song and immediately say, "Oh, that must be from the 1980s." Or that must be from the 1960s. Every decade has a very distinctive sound to
And
it.
so for you would say, oh, this comes back from the 80s?
No, for me, that's like pure rock. And for me, rock is timeless. That would definitely not be from the 50s, but that could be from the 60s or the 80s or the 90s, that almost can be anything. But when I hear something like that, I don't analyze. I just tap my toes and I tap my feet and I just move. That's what music does. It's would you call that a dance song?
All the songs that I made, I want people to dance to. So most definitely, I always ask to Fabrice, the drummer, do something like more energetic.
Yeah. Okay, it shows. I'm not at all surprised. Now, Miss Saiko tells me that you are a great believer in original material and that it would be against your religion to do a cover of someone else's song.
That's true. That's very, very true. But I've actually learned a lot from Miss Saiko. Does these great covers and she makes them her own universe. I've never met someone that could do something like that. So for me, it was like, oh, but she's doing her own music. It's not even a cover.
I think this is the right moment to slide in. Alan will say, oh, there is somebody else who does their own covers. Angelina Jordan, cover official.
We will soon get to Angelina
yeah,
Jordan.
I know it's not the time, but I was like, I have to say it.
But my first discovery of Miss Saiko was when I came across her 41 Voices video, where she did 41 voices.
Voice again. Sometimes I wanna call you, but I know you won't be there.
And after I recovered from shock, I then thought to myself, what type of talent does this girl have? You need a certain type of talent to not only be able to make all those voices, but to have the concept of doing this.
I just stole it from online. I was not that original.
Miss Saiko, you also are very, very happy and pleased to write your own songs, and your own songs are very powerful, and we did a whole video just about one of your songs, and totally different again.
I have a very different approach from Mia, which is funny because we started to write a song together, and then we never finished. I realized that really not everybody is the same. It's very hard to put yourself into somebody's mind. And know how they would approach it, because for some reason I thought that she writes just like me, but in the end I'm more drum related, and she cannot start a song without chords.
Piano chords or guitar chords.
I can start on chords, no problem, but I usually need a theme and to know whether I can dance or cry or what do I do to that song, and then I need like the rhythm. I think of a rhythm of my body moving. And then, I need the chords. So it's drum first.
Okay. This is something I don't understand, how two songwriters collaborate. In other words, Mia writes the first line and you write the second line and she writes the third line? Or you sit down and you each write and the concept and then you brainstorm and you thrash it out. I don't... it's sort of like, it's almost like how a marriage works. Like, what are the rules of writing a song?
I think it's very up to each artist. Like, I've collaborated with many different type of artists, and it's always quite different. Normally, it will always be like, okay, I pick the first chorus, and you pick the second one, and then we will mix it up together here at the middle, and we will have maybe here a bridge, and it's quite of a business thing.
The musicians in your band, do they give you any input on the lyrics that you write? Do they make suggestions?
They never did, but I actually always ask them to, and they never have the courage. Maybe, I don't know what's the deal. I think maybe they are a bit afraid of me. No, but...
There's courage and there's diplomacy.
For me, since it's a teamwork, I always want the opinion of each member to know how they feel it. And for them, it's like, okay, you do you, and we are very okay with it. It's very like minimal. If they have something to say, it will be more like, oh, maybe this note, you should cut it like here at this drum section, but it's not about the lyrics.
Same melody, but with a few more notes, and I wanted to and she would. So it depends a lot on what your style of singing is.
It's really interesting that you use the P word, playful, because so much of Mia's style is, I find, exactly playful. There's one line that she sings in the song that we just heard, "As I'm the bad guy." She does it in such a stylized, wonderful word that I didn't understand those lyrics until I saw them written down. And the way she sings them doesn't match the content, but she does it so playfully that it completely overrides what the meaning is.
As I'm the bad guy.
Yes, it is, because I always I think that's like a funny point of view. Since very little, since I grew up in Portugal, and for me it was quite hard at school because kids were very racist back then. For me it was hard to live those moments, and my way of figuring out how to behave in those situations was to take it sarcastically and playing with the jokes. And so I always became this person, okay, you can say whatever you want, I will laugh at your face. So that's how I want to say hard things, since Sing Alone, it's about quitting friends and people that don't believe in you. I think it's quite ironic. So I'm laughing. Finally, I'm being sarcastic and a bit woo!
Right. That's really interesting you say that, because I had the idea that maybe, just maybe, writing a song is an extension of your autobiography. It is an extension of who you are. So if you can write playful, maybe it's an extension of you growing up with a sense of sarcasm. And Miss Saiko's style is a little bit more, I'll show them. A little bit more in your face type of style. So it's exactement. Now, let us hear Angelina Jordan. Now, Miss Saiko and I have only chosen original songs from Angelina because we want you to hear the pure Angelina of what she does rather than just a cover. And to feed into your preference, the first song we're about to hear, it has a piano introduction. But this is not just any piano introduction. This is Toby Gad, who is a very famous songwriter. And his introduction to me sounds like he also has a training in classical music. And to me, it is like a sonata. It is beautiful, and you have no idea that it's going to become a rock song when she starts singing. But I am fascinated to know how you react to this song.
Okay, let's go.
I stood you up on Valentine, gave you no reason why. Decided I cut you off without a tear in my eye. I hit too high when I saw you on some table for two. I knew I'd never see the sunshine with you, so I spent my night with the moon. I thought I told you I would miss a girl. I waited you right from the start. Roses are red, violets are blue. You are a fool to try, 'cause I'm a bad Valentine. I'm a bad Valentine. I'm a bad Valentine. Yes, I'm a bad Valentine. Just had a feeling it was time to let the flowers die. Baby, I've gotten so mean to you, 'cause 'cause you're always so nice. You even smile when you were hurt and sugar-coated my words. Oh, you should have been breathing fire and showed me you're a fighter. Oh, inside you lost all your words. I thought I told you I would mess up good. I warned you right from the start. Roses are red, violets are blue, and you are a fool to try. Yes, I'm a bad Valentine. Should have known. If you only see what you wanna see, you're never gonna know me. Should have known. If you wanna hear what you wanna hear, I thought I told you I would mess up your Roses are red, violets are blue, and you are a fool to try. 'Cause I'm a bad Valentine. I'm a bad Valentine. I'm a bad Valentine. Yeah. 'Cause I'm a bad Valentine.
Try and ask some questions because I'm not sure. So this song was written for her by the pianist.
Yeah, that's so big. By the way, I will say to you that during you listening to that song the whole time, you had a Mona Lisa smile on your face, and I know you know what a Mona Lisa smile is because it was in your video.
Like she's back there. Okay. That's serious? I was like,
No, it was a little bit more of a smile than that.
oh, because I was analyzing.
And it's a very good example of the type of song that Angelina Jordan can do.
Okay.
About the reaction part, this is what a first-time reaction looks like. Not the, oh my god, so good!
I think it really depends. I think reactions can be different because it depends of your way of perception. Like for me to get impressed by a vocalist, it has to match what I'm feeling maybe in that moment or like what I have seen before. But since, for example, since the beginning, I matched her with Amy Winehouse vocals. Well, I was maybe like not that much impressed, but the performance, like her vocal capacity, it's just super well executed, and the way that she can deliver the song, it's very like incredible because then she has like these casual outfits, you know, and she's like as she went out to play with some friends in a park or something, and then she came to a stage and did that, and that's like okay, like she knows what she's doing and she can do it like effortlessly. That's like very beautiful. The only thing, it's like I personally felt that the song was not hers. I would love to hear something that she composed from 0 to 100 by her own self, and like she wanted to tell something.
I told you she'll be very severe. Be like, no, I want an original, an actual original that she wrote. A demand original.
That's a very interesting comment, Mia. And you made me smile because when you said what she's wearing is a casual costume, and when I watch Sing Alone, your costume is anything but casual. You are dressed up like a bride on a wedding cake.
That's a good one.
That's true. I love fashion and I really respect how people used to take care of what they wear and like how fashion used to be before. For example, one of my big influences nowadays, it's Maison Margiela, which is a designer and a house that goes back to the old vintage styles. And I really appreciate that. I think there's a philosophy in the way that you dress and the posture that you acquire. And so that's why I prefer those type of visuals myself.
I mean, 15, 20 years ago, when my son was a teenager, he was a very big fan of Lady Gaga. And one of the things he liked about her was the way she combined pop music, and fashion. And to him, that has shaped his career because now he's a fashion photographer.
Yeah, I'm having chills now. I am a fan of Lady Gaga myself, and it was me and my best friend. It shaped us as well into wanting to be extra and accepting our behavior that it was crazy for a lot of people at that time.
Now, the more you listen to Angelina, the more you realize she has so many different sounds and so many different vocal techniques that she can choose from. Before we do anything else, Mia, let's hear another one of your songs because you and the band did a song called Puppet. Let's hear a little bit of that song.
Would you sacrifice a bit of your time? You're busy and I don't like the way you talk to me. I guess you wouldn't mind the day I leave, I will say goodbye. I'm selfish and playing life. You're not the one for me.
I watched a video like that and I have 1,000 questions. I mean, for example, how is a video like that composed? Do you have like a film director come in and he has all these concepts, or one film director, or okay, so
I am
you
the film director mostly, and the team was very small. Actually, we had some problems during the filming because the team it's too small for those kind of productions. We had not like one cameraman and one light assistant for the production, so that was all. And then I was the designer on set, like the designer on set. I mean, like the creative director. It's so good.
You know, she just needs demo. This is not a sponsored ad.
I see that this video is descending into burlesque, right?
That's what happens when Mia comes to Paris.
You should try those type of perruque, Alan. I would love to see you with something extra like that.
What, on my hair?
When you come to Paris,
Oh no, but my hair is too long as it is. I'm having wings. So you are multi-talented, Mia, because you sing and you write the lyrics and you also, but this is also what Miss Saiko does. Miss Saiko does everything all together. And I think making a video is one of the highest forms of art because you have all media and you have so many different options. It's almost as wonderful as being a film director.
It is super different than composing a song. Like, it requires all of the senses somehow, even research and history. It's a really hard, tough métier job. Well, I'm learning on the process. I'm trying to learn, first of all, how to communicate my ideas, because that was the first challenge I had. Like, it's how you have something on your mind and how you produce this on visuals. And so, like, you started disserting everything, every plan. You have to see it first, and now you have to know that it has to come from down to up, and then the cutting plan, it has to be the hand to match the vibe. So it's like it takes some time, you know.
Yeah, to me, that is the essence and the challenge of art. It's how to convert a feeling into something which is universal and which can communicate that feeling. You know, like you have a feeling and then you sing. Can you communicate that feeling in your song? Or if you write a poem, can you communicate that feeling in your poem? To me, this is the enigma and the challenge of art.
Yeah, because as you said, like for example, when you hear my song, you wouldn't know it's a sad song, but because the sound is happy, and yeah, that's like also like some analysis into how art is done. Like you have to analyze it like from different points of view.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, who chose all of the costumes in that video? Did you choose which costumes the different band members would wear?
Yeah, I do it because, well, I'm the one working in fashion, so it's like easier for me to put out things together visually. For set design, it's the same. I know the colors, I see the colors, and I try to figure out how can I make the background matter, or how can I make the costume matter the place. So it's easy for me. I could not ask that to someone from the band group because they don't have the same influences. They are mostly like into simple visuals. What they see, it's like garage rock, so it's very like just random clothes.
I don't know anything about making a video, and so, for example, the moment when he opens the fridge, do you have a camera in the back of the fridge to show him reaching into the fridge? I mean, something like that is beyond what I understand.
So he had the plan how it was done. We filmed all the mess in the kitchen, and we had a GoPro. It's this tiny camera, and you put it on the fridge, and it has like
okay.
wide angle, so it's a catfish filter, so it does like this like very wide angle. And then you have the real camera that was filming, following his movement once he's like out of the GoPro movement.
Are you completely self-taught, or did you learn all of this somewhere?
I figure it out.
Good. Congratulations.
I would say Mia has a sense for videos in general because I think it comes from fashion. I don't know. But when we filmed my video, she was there to help me. We hired a guy that was a professional, pretty expensive, blah, blah, blah. The guy was clueless about the type of framing, and Mia had to go right next to the camera and often correct him and like correct the framing. And at the end of the day, I said something like, I'm very grateful that you're here because I think we have similar visions. And she looked at me, well, not that much, but not that exactly. And she was like, I don't think I necessarily am like you in terms of vision, but I just understand you. And it's not something that I would choose as framing and all that for my videos, but I'm able to get into your mind and redo the framing according to your vision. And I thought that it was mind-blowing. Because it's true that she did get into my mind because I could not film myself self-emote, so somebody had to do my vision.
When you have someone writing the lyrics and someone writing the music, for them to get into each other's mind, to make it a smooth fit always amazes me. I think there's such a big advantage when there's one person writing the lyrics and writing the music, because then he can make it as like a unit. Now, let's hear another Angelina Jordan original song, and then you can tell me how it's different than the previous one, okay?
Okay.
I think this is the best songwriting from her, even if I would like to listen to Don't Let Me Go. But this one is a good one. The drums are.
Bring it on, my heart is strong. There's nothing I won't do. Try to knock me down, I scorch the ground. The smoke will be my proof. You thought you stole my heart, my soul. What you don't understand is that pressure builds, but I'm here still, like diamonds in the sand. I glow like fireflies in the dark, and I know that even when life is hard, I'm shining like a supernova with my head's up high, my heart wide open. So turn off the lights, I shine even more bright. good time. Edge that beat right off my shoulder. I told you, now I'm about to show you. So turn off the lights, I shine even more bright. Like good time in the night. So turn off the lights, shine even more bright. Like good time. Eyes on me, cause I believe I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. Young and free, powerfully, open doors that are meant for me. And I'm made for me. I glow like fireflies in the dark. And I know it even when life is hard. I'm shining like a supernova with my head's up high, my heart wide open. So turn off the lights, I shine even more bright. Like good time. Edge that beat right off my shoulder. I told you, now I'm about to show you. So turn off the lights, I shine even more bright. Like good time in the night. So turn off the lights, shine even more bright. Like good time in the night. So turn off the lights, shine even more bright. Like good timing.
I like that. Dun, dun. And the piano is sick.
The vibe is totally different. That Sad is the only song. It's such like everything it's dancing. Everything inside is like it has like movement and it's so crazy.
Actually, about this song, a while ago I listened to it and I did not memorize it. I just know, oh, okay, Angelina put out a new song, something like live, and good vocals, blah, 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 but I did not memorize the vocal melody. And then later, Alan asked me, did you hear Bad Valentine? And I said, no, send me the song. And he sent me, I listened to it, and for some reason my browser was set on 125 or 150, because I often listen to things on, like, fast. And the song was fasten up, and I thought, oh, this is such a good song, and I was singing along afterwards. And I was telling Alan that I hear Bad Valentine not like Diamond, but with similar drums. I think they should do it in a more like Imagine Dragons and Living Stone. Like, if you were to listen like me on 1.5 or 125, you would hear it the same, I think.
I tend to listen to music at the normal speed. Call me old-fashioned if you must, but I just listen to it at normal speed. Now, Mia, you have an album coming out soon, don't you?
Exactly.
And how are you with a cappella?
I don't know, because I always mess up like the notes when I do a cappella.
Do you want to give us a sample of something?
I have a very deep song that I'm like quite proud of writing. It was called Falling, and it was for my grandmother that I wrote it, and I think that's like the power that I keep inside because it's very personal to me, and not only to me, but for my background. It's a song that I wrote like trying to put me in position almost of someone at the end of their life and being alone. And it happens a lot because I took care of old people when I was a kiddo in Portugal, and during the summer I was working for them, and they would have no one, and their life would be full of nothing, and they almost could sense that their time was coming. So it was inspired about this type of mood, and I think it's a powerful song for the album itself because it's something that I try to fight for. It's for love and peace and connection, and I always tell to my public when they see us live, just call the people that you love and show them that you love them. And it's something that I really like care about. I think art it's made for that, so that's like my top one song. And I can try to do it a cappella, but I have a very like strong voice, so I don't know how the microphone will handle me.
I will take a sedative before you start singing. Mia, it's amazing to hear you talk like that because Angelina Jordan, and I will insert the clip, has a song which she wrote about her grandfather who passed away, which is a very personal song and a very moving song. And also, she uses the same word. She says, even though he's passed, she feels she's never alone. So it's amazing how similar the language is of what you have just said to what Angelina Jordan says about her song Million Miles.
Yeah, I have to listen to that because now I'm intrigued.
I think maybe we should, in the next 2 or 3 minutes, maybe we should just listen to a minute or two of it.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's best. Okay, but let us give you the stage now for a little a cappella moment of Falling.
Okay. Is there an ending? My body's aching. I feel it coming and it's taking all I've owned. It's you I'm seeking. Sometimes I'm falling. And if you know that it is you, I want your love. I feel it coming. My time it's ending. The love is gone and never coming back my way. I want to know someone could help me, 'cause these feelings are the reasons I'm alone. If I fall, what can I do? What's happening? I'm on my own. Okay.
Can you redo the last part in your head voice higher? If I fall, da, da, da. In a Lana Del Rey. I mean, because it's a...
Okay. If I fall, what can I do? What's happening? I'm on my own.
Mia, I have a question for you. I could be wrong, but while you were singing that, did you go off into your zone? Did you go off into a different place while you were singing that?
I have to.
Okay. Because Angelina Jordan very famously always talks about going off into a different place. Tell me about that place for you. What is it like?
This one it's different because I always construct different places for different songs. And for this one, I always vision the room where I lastly seen my grandmother. So it's a no noise room. It's a very solitary space like that. So it's like I always keep the feeling or the frequency of her pure love and essence to keep it stable for my vocal, so I'm not shaky. But yeah, it's like what gives me the power for the song when I perform it. It's like just like wanting the message to pass through others. So she is some type of gemstone where I keep the energy so I can deliver my message through voice.
You have reconfirmed for me what I always thought, that the best art is the most personal art.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can just hear a minute or two of Million Miles of Angelina singing about her grandfather, because this will be a very different experience.
When I was a child, I walked the streets. They see me growing up, knew you were all I need. Had seen in myself through all the years. It's like it's in my tears. I think what it's given me, the smiles and the memories, but now it's not here to hold my hand. In the light of the blue sky, I'm not alone to fight. I've never regret what I've done. We're a million miles apart. It's pulling my heart like an empty bubble to be thrown out. I can't make it stop, but I know in my heart, I know that I'm never alone. I can't see you, but I know you're here. It's like you're in my tears. I think what is giving me the smiles and the memories, but now it's not here to hold my hand. In the light of the blue sky, I'm not alone to fight. I've never regret what I do. We're a million miles apart. It's pulling my heart like an empty bubble to be thrown. I can't make it stop, but I know in my heart, I know that I'm never alone. I know I'm never alone. I know that I'm never alone. I wonder when I close my eyes, are you in my dream tonight? I wonder, are your friends the stars, the songs for you wherever you are? We're a million miles apart, it's pulling my heart like an empty bubble to be thrown. I can make it stop, but I know in my heart, I know that I'm never alone.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Her vocals are always so crazy.
And she also gave a phenomenal live performance of this. Unbelievably, her live performances tend to be even better than her studio performances.
Yeah, you can really feel on live what she's trying to give. You cannot hear it on studio, and that's also, I think, her magic, because she has like these powerful, amazing, great, on point vocals. Like, you have to hear it live, otherwise it makes no sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I went from England to Norway 2 years ago to hear her give a concert, and I even went 100 miles on the train to hear her do one 4-minute song. I went from Bristol to London. So I guess I'm dedicated, and I appreciate her. Speaking of appreciate, Mia, I very much appreciate you and your talent and your time, and I think we've had a smashing hour today, and it's been great fun, and it's been very interesting as well.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you as well for sharing her work. It's like super enthusiastic for a young lady like that, 15 years old, and with that type of career already. So I will dig into what she's doing, because it's super interesting. I somehow feel personally that she's still discovering herself. I see it through the visuals and through the vocal choices. But I don't know why she makes me feel of Jessie J. When Jessie J was younger, and she tried to discover what's her style and what she wanted to do. And well, now Jessie J found out that she only likes small concerts, so she doesn't tour anymore. And maybe it will be the same for Angelina, but it's super beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
I feel that she's still discovering herself. I can see it in the visuals, and I'm like, don't get me started on the visuals. the visual identity that I keep filling Alan's head with. Because I'm saying, like, that's the thing that is missing to me.
Angelina Jordan is a vocal chameleon, and she can change different vocal styles and different colors. Mia, I will send you her complete playlist of the 200 different songs that she sings, and you can, as we say in English, you can cherry pick which one you want, like picking the cherries off of a tree.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mia. It was nice to meet you. And Miss Saiko, this is our 4th video together, and I look forward to our 5th.
Yeah, I look forward to it too. Maybe you can come to Paris and Mia can happen to be in Paris at the same time.
I'll book my ticket on short notice.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, love. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.